You're watching all of the moves happen around you.
Y'all always got something to say, Chase.
It's a lot.
But none of the moves are happening inside the building. Should Dak be upset with the Cowboys' lack of moves this offseason?
Upset's a really strong word. I think frustrated at point maybe is a better than upset. I can't be upset when I'm making $60 million a year. You know what I'm saying, Shady?
Fair.
Superstar perspective. So one thing that I would be cautious if I'm Dak is you got to surround this guy with a better supporting cast. You go out there, you get CeeDee Lamb, right? I love it. I think he's a top 3 or 4 receiver in the NFL. However, you're losing Brandon Cooks. You got Ferguson at tight end. Your offensive line is okay, right? And this is sort of who the Dallas Cowboys are. They don't really build through free agency. Now, they have the 11th most cap money to spend in free agency. But when you take a spin around the free agent market, okay, and we haven't even started free agency.
Correct.
Most of the top players are already signed.
Yep.
And they've already stayed with their teams because they realize that's probably their best bet. So this is actually one of the worst years to have all this cap space. So if I'm Dak, I'm looking at, the Rams. You can get a guy in Davante Adams for $22 million a year. And you see the surrounding weapons that Matthew Stafford has around him. You look at Deebo, and you look at what Jaden Daniels as a rookie. Now, I get he's on a rookie contract, but you go out there and you surround him. You re-sign Zach Ertz. You re-sign Bates. You get Deebo Samuel. You have Scary Terry, which you're about to extend. So for me, it's like I can only do so much as a quarterback in Dak, and I should be expected to go out there and to help my program and team rise to the top. It's hard to do that without really good players.
Exactly right. If you're Dak, you have to be livid because the Cowboys are only giving LaShawn McCoy more ammunition. The Cowboys are only giving Dak Prescott antagonists more ammunition. The teams that the Cowboys are going to have to go through, the Los Angeles Rams. The Los Angeles Rams have a better skill unit than the Dallas Cowboys, running back included. The Philadelphia Eagles. The Philadelphia have a clearly better skill unit than the Dallas Cowboys, obviously running back included. The Washington Commanders. The Washington Commanders now have a better skill unit than the Dallas Cowboys. So all of the teams, San Francisco 49ers, have a better skill unit than the Dallas Cowboys. So while Dak Prescott is getting paid a lot and should have done more, especially historically with what he has been given, at this point in time, you were sending Dak Prescott out onto the football field against teams that have not just more help than him, significantly more help than him. The Rams, they were in the playoffs last year in the divisional round. They got Davante Adams. The Commanders, they were in the playoffs last year, the NFC Championship game, and they're in your division. They got Deebo Samuel. Dak Prescott, he surely could have used the number 2 playmaker. So the Cowboys are only giving Shady McCoy, only giving Dak Prescott antagonists, only giving Dak Prescott doubters, of which at times I definitely am one, are only giving them more ammunition by giving him less ammunition.
I'll go while my dog woosahs over there. Should Dak Prescott be upset?
Yes, sir, of course.
Upset.
Or was that what the
Upset.
That was the question.
No, he should not be upset. Just because you're the quarterback doesn't give you the ability just to be upset when certain stuff don't go right or wrong with the organization. I'm a coach, and I coach my kid, and I always tell him, do your job. So we lost in the championship game this weekend, right?
Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that, bro.
Rough one,
Sorry to
man.
hear that, Coach.
My son had a really good game, right? Balled out, right?
The quarterback wasn't getting the ball?
His team was in the game because a lot of the plays he was making. But he dropped a third down pass. And after the game, his mama like, good job, son. And he like, yeah. I'm like, no, what?
I love that you keep it real.
You weak, bro.
I love that you
Third
keep it
down
real
game
with
on the
your kid.
line, you don't make the plays.
Oh, God, that's awesome.
You know, what good job is that? So you shouldn't be saying nothing to your teammates about nothing. You shouldn't go over there and tell them, hey, man, you should have made that play. You shouldn't say nothing because you dropped the ball on third down. Dak Prescott, you ain't been the best when your best is needed.
There we go.
So you can't be mad at nobody because we might not be in this situation if you're your best when your best is needed. So for me, until you are at your best when your best is needed, you can't be frustrated with nothing about the organization. Because Justin Herbert, he should be frustrated. He didn't have a lot of playmakers. He played well. Josh Allen, we got on my dog Mac Hollins a lot. Right? You know what I'm saying? But Josh did a whole lot
But
with less.
if you're Dak, James,
Let the brother go.
if you're Dak, you have to be walking into the facility saying, I can't win with this. Now, to Shady's point and to James's point,
I didn't go yet.
Let me stop
It's
you
a
right there,
different
though. Let me
conversation.
stop
Can't
you
be
right
my
there,
point.
though.
I didn't go.
'Cause you just walked into my office
With
and
attitude.
You said I can't win with this. And I gave you 9 All-Pros at one point, and you didn't win with that.
It's a different conversation.
So that's why all I'm
No,
saying
it
is, Dak, do your job first. And once you ball out and you doing your job and you making everybody around you with less,
Throw me that rock, dog. I'm over, dog.
then you could be upset. It's okay.
Hey, great take. That was a great take. So the question is, because I can read a little bit, should Dak be upset with the Cowboys' quiet off-season? No, he shouldn't.
Thank you.
Actually, he should be super humble and super thankful. What? Because all they've been doing is blessing him. I've never seen a franchise keep blessing a player and it gives you less and less and less. We just praise how Josh Allen got that big contract. Well, the year before that, he lost his number 1 receiver, Stephon Diggs. Everybody on this desk, including me, and I actually know Josh personally, I didn't think they were going to the AFC Championship game.
Correct.
But when you got a player like Josh Allen, you pay him the highest paid quarterback contract of all time, he's supposed to elevate the team. If you got guys on defense that's not that good or offense not that good, he's making that much money, he can elevate everybody and go to the AFC Championship game. Now let's go to Dak Prescott. Should he be upset? the nerve.
I'm upset.
I watched Dak Prescott play for the Cowboys when they had 9 All-Pros.
Yes, sir.
I watched him have the probably top 1, top 2 best roster in football. And the reason why they lost was the highest paid quarterback in football's fault, Dak Prescott. So when we keep trying to blame Jerry Jones and this and that as the offseason, fellas, don't forget, because y'all forget a lot on this show. Don't forget when you had everything you had, you still couldn't win. So what's the difference? And then you pay him again for what? You know what you're getting. That's the only thing with Dak I hate is because we act like he's the victim here. When every time he gets everything he needs, he still can't win. And then they give you more money. And then you complain him? The problem is they should have got rid of him a long time ago. And then we question, should we pay CeeDee Lamb, make him highest paid wide receiver? Because they didn't do that. Are we going to pay Micah Parsons? They still talking about that. But when it comes to Dak Prescott, the guys that lose you the game and is most important and most impactful, he can't get it done, you keep paying him. And you wonder why you're in the situation you're in right now.
Don't you think that as a quarterback, though, right, like he's probably understanding that he can't get it done in the big-time situations, right? Like if you're a quarterback, you're probably out there thinking, like, what can I do to get better? Like, he's not actively trying to get worse as the offseason.
Of course.
Just like every player, he's actively trying to get better.
No doubt.
Right?
But if you have,
Somebody said he ain't
listen,
working hard.
in his mind,
Let's hear the question.
if you've seen, right, Dak not do well or in the playoffs with 9 All-Pros.
Right.
And you see what's happening right now in Dallas's offseason, you have to question, like, what are we doing? I don't know, upset, but, like, where's the guys? Like, you obviously know I need some playmakers.
Yeah.
And so you can't just sit back and just be like, man, like, I wish, like, yeah, I know I can elevate, but I'm not the same quarterback as
But
Josh
Chase,
Allen.
so let me answer your question. So this is the issue I have with the Cowboys and all the Cowboy followers and the Cowboy people that talks good about them, like y'all too. What I'm saying is, we gave you that. We gave you that.
Sure.
So, okay, you come in with 9 All-Pros. What do you need? 15 of them? Because no team can do that, Chase.
Let me push back, too.
Oh, we'll push back.
Let me push back.
Push back.
Shady be in a good book. He be in a good book.
I pray a lot, dog.
My dog Shady be in a good
And
book.
so do Dak.
No doubt about it.
Keep getting blessed.
Here's the dilemma, though, Shady. This is not a biblical parable. It's the NFL. A biblical parable, I gave you 10 talents. I gave you 5 talents. I gave you 1 talent. The guy with the 10 talents didn't do nothing with him, so I took the talents away.
Yeah.
I gave you 9 All-Pros. He didn't do nothing with the 9 All-Pros. I'm going to take your All-Pros away. It's the NFL.
Okay.
If I give you 9 All-Pros, you don't do nothing with them, then I got to restock. I got to restock.
14.
I got to restock. But what I can't do is say, well, he didn't do nothing with the 9, so let me just give him 1 and see if he's going to do something with that. This isn't let me teach Dak Prescott a lesson time.
No.
This is
They wanna
I'm
win.
trying to win a Super
Trying to
Bowl.
win.
I can't win a Super Bowl with CeeDee Lamb as my 1, no running back
2.
game as my 1, no number 2 wide receiver. Michael Gallup's coming out of retirement. Maybe the Raiders will